So, hello and welcome to Leah's Bible Babbles Friday streams for the love of crafting. Um, and tonight I am going to do some knitting, as I do here. I'm going to do. I'm making a pair of socks for me, and also I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the different DMC yarn, DMC embroidery floss that I have. Just when I talked about the last time 2 weeks ago. Uh, so that's it. Um, so just gonna make sure that everyone knows that I am live, of course. Um, well, YouTube has been acting up for me lately. So I hope I can stream for an hour or two without any problems, and that my computer wants to too. So, so for that, knitting. Well, let's see here. Okay. Oh, okay. It's just my um, YouTube studio that wants me on different things. That if you are if you think that the picture is not good or the sound or something, just let me know in the comments. I will be trying to correct if I have to. Anyway, socks. Yes. We are having a new blizzard tonight, so the winter is not over at all. So of course I need a new pair of socks. So here's the pattern, and the pattern is from garnstudio.com. You can have the patterns in English too. So and this pattern is called Fable Cottage. So I am just starting in the beginning here on the top of the sock. So that's it. So I will be doing some knitting, and let's see if anyone wants to come in here and talk to me. It will be lovely. So I will have a link for where I have taken the pattern. No, sorry, that was wrong. So if you click on that link, let's see if I can make a really uh, let's see. So now we're talking. This is gonstudio.com. There are patterns for a lot of languages. I think it's about 20 different languages and so. It's all free. Well, I like the patterns. Some have problems with it, some has not. So a little bit different. But it just personal taste. I have done a lot of their patterns and I like them. It's just that you have to be mindful of different different parts to do, and be very wary of you when you do stuff. So now the yarn I'm using, just what I had in the drawers. This is one acrylic yarn, and this is wool superwash. So it's almost like acrylic. And I'm the one that likes to knit in acrylic. I know there's a lot of people out there that doesn't like it, but I do. Besides, it's cheap. And the superwash yarn, it's called Frost from Black Sheep, Svarta fåret. So I don't know if they're still available. I just bought it just because I like the colors. And if you blend these kind of the kind of colors into a knitting, you have like faded colors into the pattern, which I like. So and so da-da-da-da. So how has the week been going? Been actually pretty good week. We had the kids have been home from school for a spring break, or it called the break of sports, and it's very common that you go up to the mountains, you skiing, or you do kinds of that activities, but we didn't. Just because, first of all, we don't like skiing, and second of all, we don't have that kind of money. So it's pretty obvious. Yeah. One thing that happens to us today that haven't been that we've never been through before. Our car died today. No battery. So my father-in-law have to come to the rescue and charge it up. So hopefully we have the car back tomorrow. But that was kind of an expense that we didn't um, count on this month. But hey, shit happens, and when it's cold outside, um, stuff like that keep happening. Actually, ever since we bought a car when we met each other 22 years ago, we never had a car battery dying on us. So that was new. But yeah. Uh, I like doing a smaller project like socks and mittens and stuff, just because they. What am I doing? I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. The thing is, when it comes to streaming, or not just to streaming, is when it comes to knitting, I can't talk too much. Sorry. But hey, let's see here. Yellow, and one white, and 1, 2, 3 yellow, and 1, and 2 whites, and 1 yellow. So, one of my when it comes to knitting with 2 or more yarns, for me they always tangle. I haven't learned the way how. I know that some people have one color in one hand and another color in the other hand, but I haven't learned that technique yet. I just have been knitting for over 40 years. So, my pattern. I need to know where I am. So, yeah. And yeah, I'm doing some back knitting too. Like I said, knitting and talking is not compatible. But hey, so if you're new in here, welcome to my channel, Leah's Bible Babble, and to this live stream for the love of God, for the love of crafting. It's a wordplay for the expression for the love of God. Just because I love crafting as much as God and theology and Bible studies. So it was natural for me to do something a little bit different, but at the same time, something that is very near to my heart. Uh, and well, I haven't. I know there's been a while since I had a recording episode, um, still on songs, uh, but I have some intention to that. I am. Uh, my ambition is to come back to uh, one recorded episode a week, one live stream a week. But so far it's just been one live stream. But the funny thing is that I got unemployed for the 1st of January. So my initial thought was, nice, now I will have more time to the channel, and it has been exactly the opposite for for me. So no. So, well, I hope I will come back to the old ways pretty soon. And I need to learn um, uh, to be more cautious with my energy during the days. So um, uh, the size of the needles. Hey! Hello, Fallout Dave. Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He says everyone is streaming this afternoon. Yeah, it's Friday. So, so very much welcome, Fallout. It is very much appreciated that you are here and keep me company when I'm talking shit and knitting. No, I'm not talking shit. I'm talking about life in general and everything that between. Father Dave says, I streamed earlier as you saw. Yes, I saw that. I was in your chat for a little while. Um, and Father Dave is one of my reoccurring friends that come by to my streams, and you are very much appreciated. So, yes, there's a lot of streams going on at the same time, and I've been thinking about the day and the time and everything, and no matter what day or time I choose, that will be someone else that is streaming at the same time. So it is unavoidable. So, you know, you, so I decided to have my streams this day just because it fits my family the best. Um, Volatil says, I just missed Johnny's stream. She wasn't on at noon, so I thought she wouldn't stream today. Yeah, she streamed a couple of hours ago. I was in her stream. Um, I think the thought was that she wanted to play something, dermatologist or what it's called, but was more talk than uh, uh, actually playing. But it's just like when I have my streams, more talk and not that much, uh, not that much of actually crafting. Some crafting, of course, but not that much. Uh, Fallout says, "Lol, that's usually how they go." Yeah, yeah. So, uh, Fallout, a question for you. If you're still in the chat, do you experience any buffering or problems with the stream? No matter what, just tell me in the chat, and I. Um, oh no, Falte says, been having so much health problem this week. Almost went to the hospital. Doing a little better today. Yeah, get well soon. You know, um, that is not good. But it's good that you are a little better than me. He says, you're not having any buffering. The stream looks good. Thank you. That is the key. So as long as looking good for you, that it is in here and talks to me and keep me company, that is uh, the point of all of it. Uh, all those needles, I hurt myself for sure. Well, they're not that pointy. So they're pretty much harmless. So, but when I make mittens or socks, I normally have four um, uh, these four needles. When I make sweaters and such, I have one round needle that is two pointer needles that is connected with a wire between them. I'll find a way. I'm good at injuring myself. Oh my god. I have to tell you about my daughter. When she was about, I don't think she was 3 years old. I think she was younger than that. Uh, she wanted to knit also. So she had found one of my projects, and she had ripped out all the needles and then forcing them through our couch, our leather couch, for sure. And it looks like there'd been a porcupine on the couch. Um, we needed to change that couch. That was I was not impressed by her that day. And she had taken all the needles she could find. Now, a toddler in that age can be so fast, so fucking fast. And her big brother has never done anything like that. But her, just a menace. Yeah, the joy of parenting. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that day she was cheap. Actually, started to uh, have the thought of selling the kid on eBay or something. She's homemade. So, but oh my god. So, yeah, she was. Yeah, before she was 3 years old, she had done so many things. She, in a way, she still is. She's 14 now, so she had slowed down a little bit. Except when she's on a BMX bike. But she had written on walls, ripped up wallpapers in the newly made bedroom. We had complete wallpaper for about 2 days. A teenage girl. Yeah. She's, well, for the moment, she is she's pretty cool to have things to do with, but um, she's not getting angry as she's been before. You can actually talk to her and reason with her, and she's as stubborn as an ox. um, and just like me. Yeah. So, and her big brother, he's you'll make it, you will survive. Yes. Yeah. Oh, sure, I will. Uh, for the moment, both of my kids are very docile, and take it easy, pretty much. But well, they have their moments from time to time, but at least not for now. And neither of them have any even thought of, the opposite sex or dating or anything like that. My parents had their house full with me and my sister. Yeah. I wasn't the best kid. when I was a teenager either. But comparing with my daughter, I was pretty wild. Uh, um, it all settles down eventually. So, um, when it comes to patterns, uh, on this, at least on this house. So every square is a color. So the white squares are the color white. The black squares are the color of orange, or whatever you can call it. So full of this says that's good dating for teenagers. It just end up a waste of time for them in the end. Not many meet spouses in high school. No, better learn a good trade and be able to have a good job and get set up first. Yeah. Well, we don't have any restrictions for the kids if they want to date. They're old enough to do it, but they don't have any interest of it yet. So, but it will come. My son is about to go. What? It's not what college is, but also not high school. No, he's 16, and so to the summer he would graduate for the elementary school here in Sweden, and from there he would go to kind of high school, sort of, called gymnasium here. Is most of the education here is on 3 years, some on 4. But David Wurs, hello, welcome, David Wurs. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. So, but I know a lot of people have met the spouses in college or high school, and they're still married and still have kids and everything. But you know, oh, hi, Cheryl. Hi, welcome. She's Charlotte said, stopping by for a few minutes. I admire knitting skills. Thank you. I am making a pair of socks. We have still winter here in Sweden with a new blizzard outside. It will probably not be the last one, but I'll show you the pattern. Here is the pattern I call Fable Cottage, and the link to this page is in the chat at the beginning. In the US, college university has become a huge scam. They get kids to take on huge student debt for degrees they can't get in jobs. That sucks. For us, the colleges are free here in Sweden. And well, the university are also free, most of the parts. But in colleges, you have the literature are free, while in university you have to buy your own literature. That's the biggest difference between them. And for now we have two different kinds of universities. One called högskola and one universitet. And högskola is like it's like a college, but you are older than 21 years old when you go, and you can't do research in those kind of education, while in the university you can do research and get funded for research if you want to, or do PhDs and stuff. So that is the biggest difference. But yeah, then you can get what we call student loans. David Brest College University has a glass ceiling in UK, £9,000 a year max, so 36,000 max debit. Okay. We have student loans here in Sweden, and those will cover for rent, literature, and living expenses most of the time. And they're not that much for a fee. I think it's about you can think about $1,000 in a month. No, so it isn't that much to work with. Then you can have a student loan for a maximum of 5 years. And when it's time for you to work and to pay back the student loan, you have 25 years for on you to pay it all back, and you can pay it back within these 25 years if you want to, or divide it up to so you only pay the small amount every month. I have this discounted amount because I haven't had a decent job yet. So it goes on income to how much you pay back your student loans. Now let's see. Fallout says, I went to college but wish I had gone to a trade school instead to learn job skills. My degree has never helped me with jobs. That sucks. And David West says, I am a dropout, didn't even do half a year, got a trade. So the books are insanely overpriced. Tuition is insanely overpriced. Yeah, we don't have tuition here. But if you go to a private school, there might be tuitions. But they are, elite schools that we normal people don't even have a thing to say. Elite school, and I've been talking about royalties and stuff like that. Yeah, actually, since I started my channel, that was the first time I actually have something good to with out of all my education I've got from my time in universities. I studied history, religion, and archaeology. So now I could combine what I know from before with my Bible studies. And make them more meaningful. David Rose said, "I just wish I wasn't taxed to Kingdom Come." Oh no. Student loans here in Sweden don't have a tax. So, like I said, if you borrow 200,000, then you pay back 200,000. So you don't have an interest at all. When that's said, for those that had taken our loans before 2005, I think. I was out of university in 2004, so so I for my student loan, the old rules applies for. So so but yes, student loans can be real pain in the ass. Do we Sweden on the euro yet? No, we have the Swedish krona. So we don't have euro or euro or whatever. Some say euro and some say euro. But same shit, different thing. But no, we don't have it. Yeah, Norway uses their own money. Also Denmark, but in Finland they have euro. But if you come here like a tourist and you have euros, you can still pay for it in. There was said, I don't know the conversation right now. Yeah, but if you come here to Sweden and you have euros, you can pay for it in stores and stuff. No problem. But we have our own currency for now. We've been voted on it for several times, and there's been a really big no, thank you, every time. So, and hopefully we are strong enough as a country or a nation that we don't need euro. But at the same time, the euro is affected of everything that happened. David Rose says we don't take the funny money pounds all the way. Yeah, you're British, right? Yeah. So so that means that well, every country that is attached to euro is affected by what happened in those countries. So like for the conflict in Ukraine, for example, if they've been attached to the euro will be inflated, most likely. Fallout say we're still using our money until it becomes totally worthless. In Northern Ireland, it depends on the shop. Pro-Irish will take it, pro-British won't. Yeah. Well, I've been to Northern Ireland once. That is really long time ago. Let's see. It's been 2004. Oh my God. So 22 years ago. Well, um, I was in Belfast and Ballymena, um, and in what is called Corrymeela. Um, was a really beautiful part of Ireland. I highly recommend it. Um, let's see. Now I've been talking too much once again. Uh, um, uh, Cheryl Goldman, if you're still in the chat, have you solved your issue with YouTube? We couldn't comment on your latest post. That it was enabled. No, it was very, very strange. Like, say, Follow-up Dave says, the US dollar really is worthless, being a fiat currency and not backed by gold or silver. Yeah, that is true. David Rose says, I'm getting lucky. I'm coming to US in 2 weeks, and the week's dollar gonna make me king of America. Oh, yeah. Apply for a political asylum when you're here and buy a castle. Yeah. David Rose, are you going for MegaCon? My David Rose, gotta go. Promise to take sister to work while she's sources and nice. Have yourself a very nice day, David Rose, and I hope I see you in next stream or comment section or yeah, whatever. So I have an ambition to hold my ass over the pond and go to a MegaCon someday. I mean the steady job first, or some sort of income, at least. I don't think I can rely on my channel for income. Not yet, at least. Cheryl Gopan, that was in the chat before. Shout out to her. If you don't have missed her channel, just go and look on everything she does. She is amazing artist that makes people in paper, or portraits, more likely, in paper. Really, really good. And the latest one was Joachim from Sabaton. I have a special relationship with Sabaton. I grew up in the city next to where they come from, and they are just a couple of years older than me. So they've been around for a while. Um, so actually, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to sing Christmas Truth of Sabaton at my in the church where I used to work in. Now I just sing there. Um, it's uh, one of the teenagers in the church. He's playing electric. That what's it called? Bass. I think it's called bass. Not guitar, but the other one. Uh, and then we have uh, then I have a pianist, and it's going to be really beautiful when we get everything together. I hope I can at least record it. It's going to be like a concert almost, and not much of a sermon. But I hope I can at least record it. If we have the gear for it, we will also live stream um, uh, that event. So, and we'll be live streaming here on my channel, of course. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Thank you for letting. Oh, there's this. Bless you. Yeah. Uh, each and everyone I know just goes around the in some stages of cold, or not flu, but more of a cold. Um, you know, sneezing, and you're a little bit tender in the throat, and then all of a sudden you shall sing, and when you have a tender throat, it doesn't sound so good at all. Um, what the hell is happening? Oh, ah, the threads or the yarn had just mixed themselves together. Or so you can see now I started to blend the with the mixed colors, so will be a nice shade. A lot of those who do this kind of knitting might have black background with bright colors, more for the gonna pop out more. But I didn't have any black colors, so no, you take what you need. I have so much yarn, it is ridiculous. I'm thinking just to do a clip, a video clip, and just show you guys how much I have. I have to show off something in life. um, if you are new in here, welcome to my channel, Leah's Bible Bubble, and this stream for the love of crafting, where I do some kind of crafting and talk about life and everything in between. Um, um, you might notice that I am not fluent in English. I'm working on it. That is because English is not my first language. It is actually my second language. And my first language is Swedish. So uh, do when it comes to knitting with 4 needles, that is crucial that you have a good tension on the yarn, so the loop is not or the stitch are not loose. If they're too loose, they fall out. So you need to have a good tension. It can take a while before you learn it. How to have a good tension is it is individual for everyone. So, well, I thought I would talk about my my stitching projects for a little while. I'm going back to the knitting soon. Well, last time I'll be talking about the different kinds of DMC threads, and this is a beautiful box with it's excellent aluminum. So the box in itself is awesome. And here you have the étoile, and they have a little bit of sparkling effect. So here is the thread, and you might see it's not all the colors that is in the DMC charts, but the basic colors. And I have used one of those. That's why it's on my bobbin. It's been spun up with a small thread of sparkles in it. And when you sew it with it, it just enhances the picture. That is beautiful how it goes. So I have an example. Let's see here. Here. So I don't know if you can see it properly. Oh, right here. But here, in those light purple places, I have used the that kind of étoile, and it makes a little bit of sparkle, and it makes the motive a little bit more interesting. Now, this motif calls hydrangea butterflies, and it is from a magazine. I think it's called Stitchers or something. But the pattern is available for everyone if you want. So this is just an example of what you can do with a 12. And just that it comes with a protection pad and this pamphlet. It makes everything so much like look glorious. So, and it's called DMC Seeds. So it's found in 1746. So it is a company that's been around for a while. Um, and then on my ongoing project, so I've come a little bit further than before, trying to do one color a day, so at least I get it done. So my intention is to have a black lining in between the colors. I think they're gonna be pop up really nice when you do it. So and of course my life savings when it comes to you know, a lot of colors you know, it's a high there is a lot of usage of, so we have coals, and these, they're a little bit expensive, yes, but in the end it's worth it because when it comes to per meter of usage, they will be cheaper than buying the skins for themselves. So I bought this comb for I don't know, it's not 10 years ago. It has to be like 5 or 6 years ago. Anyway, you know, it's I'm not even halfway through it. So it's been a lifesaver. So combs if you have a high usage of one color. So that was my tip of the day and bragging rights. Yes. So yeah, back to stitching. No, not stitching. Knitting. 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 So I need something to drink. So if you're not new in here, welcome to my channel, Leah's Bible Bubble, and my crafting stream for the love of crafting. I'm going to talk about life and everything. Yes, and I have bragging rights too, of course. Sometimes I find stuff um, on different flea markets, and sometimes in a store or something. My economy lately hasn't been that great, so there hasn't been that much purchases as I wanted to, but that's life. Um, 1, 2, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6. Um, like I said, if you are new in here, welcome, welcome. Make yourself known in the chat. Um, it's always fun to know where people are from or how their days have been doing, and uh, uh, the challenge when it comes to knit with more than one color is the tension. And as you can see at the backside, where uh, the yarn has been, um, I can't say it's free, of course, but something. And if you have too much tension, the pattern will shrink, um, and that is not good. You don't want it because you can't save the pattern for some if that happens, or stretch it out or something. So, um, so it's good that you leave a little bit of tension, um, so it makes the pattern more flexible, and like when you gonna use your sock, you want it to go on the foot, not on the elbow. So, uh, so just um, watch out for the tension. So I'm watching on the back side. If I see if there's too much tension, I uh, um, just pull it a little bit. So the tension gets loose. So it's a fine line between the tension when I talked about the tension. You have to have some kind of tension in the stitches, or the loops, so the needles doesn't escapes. But at the same time, you can't have too much tension, so the pattern springs. So it's a fine line, but it's learning by doing for most. Yeah, like I said, welcome to Leah's Bubble Bubble, and if you like what you see, instead of putting a ring on it, put a like and subscribe. Please subscribe. And hopefully I will be I will do better when it comes to recording episodes for the future. That is at least an intention. Not again. Come on. I know some knitters out there would have migraine over my way of handling the yarn. And so I can't say that is I'm not some professional or something. I'm not. I learned to knit when I was a little girl. I think I was about 5 or 6 years old, and never put the knitting down since then. Uh, so, as you can see, the flowers on the handle, not handle, I don't know what it's called in English. I'm sorry, I need to Google. Is it called a shack? Is that right? Um, um, the upper part of a sock. Does it called a shack or is it called a shaft? Please let me know in the chat or in the comment section if you are watching this afterwards. But yeah. Well, um, Volataire says, I don't know either. No, not me either. Because when I Google it, it says shaft, shack, handle, leg, heft, helvey, or stock. There's like 6 to 7 different words for. In Sweden, it calls skaft, and that is the only part of a sock. The upper part of a sock called skaft, and nothing else can mean it. But in English, there's 7 different words for the same thing. It's ridiculous. Sometimes I think that English have a better vocabulary for different things that the Swedish doesn't have. While in, for example, we have I think a couple of different words for snow. Snow, mud, what you call skare. Skare is when you can walk on the surface of the snow and not fall down. While in, for example, in Finland, you have, I think it is 8 or 10 different words of snow, for snow. So, when we have like 3 in Swedish. And those words are more accurate descriptions of the consistency of snow. So then we have the problem in Swedish that we have the same pronunciation, but different different spelling, the same pronunciation for this from different word. and they mean different things, but they are pronounced the same. So a big shout out to everyone that isn't native Swedish and need to learn Swedish in some capacity because it is crazy. um, oh, we have a new one here. Welcome, welcome, Irish Whips on Drags. Hello, and welcome to my stream. You're new in here, so that is a nice one. Father says Florida has only one word for snow, and we don't even need that. Yeah. Does it even happen to snow? Never comes to Florida, no matter what, right? It's too close to the equator, right? Well, here in the north, no, we here in Sweden, I come to think about the Game of Thrones here. In Sweden, just a couple of miles from where I grew up, there is a city that calls Västerås, but it's spelled with a single V and a letter called O, but pronounced the same. So when Games of Thrones were the most popular, that city renamed itself to Västerås from the Games of Thrones. So so Irish Whips Arms Drags. How's your Friday so far? And what have you been up to? Any plans for the weekend? And Debbie Australia. Hello, Debbie. Good morning, Linnea and chat. Oh, yeah. So, I think it's wonderful with streams. Some it's in the morning. Now it's 10:20 p.m. here in Sweden. Some have afternoons or in other places. So, people from all around the world, and I love it. That what I think is most fascinating when it comes to social media. The social media unites people. So like I said before, I'm making a pair of socks with some yarn I found in the drawers. I have so much yarn. It is ridiculous. But Um, Debbie says, "Are you knitting socks?" Love the yarn. Yes, I am knitting socks. Uh, I have the pattern here. Uh, she says, "I never attempted socks." Uh, yeah. I love socks just because it's a way to get rid of yarn that just only it's only don't take up space in my drawers. Fallout Dev says, I only wear socks to work, otherwise I'm a barefoot Florida boy. Yeah, because you are in Florida, you're like the tropical. So, um, that is uh, not any surprises there. Um, um, Debbie says they are gorgeous. Thank you so much, Debbie. Uh, I hope that I will have the effect that I am out for. Oh no, so um, you might see here, hopefully, that I can show you a little. Let's see. A little bit close up of the pattern here. So I think my light is way too bright. The colors are more dense or damp than what it is on the screen. But anyway, uh, and I always, uh, you know, uh, tangle up my. Iris Warm Drag says, "You have more subs than me," and jealous. What? No. Is that true? Really? Um, that surprises me. I didn't have uh, new followers for a while. No. Um, but on the other side, I haven't been that active on the channel either, so it's my fault. So the more activity you have, the more exposure you get. So if you don't marketing yourself in, you don't exist. So that's the harsh word we're living. And Irish Whip, Irish Whip says, I have 62 humble page. That is good. That's good. I have 76. So I have 10 more. But actually preparing, at least in my mind, when I get 100 subs, that had to be celebrated. A year ago, when I started this channel, I uh, I didn't have any thought of. Well, I knew that it would be a lot of work to put in, but I never thought I would have 76 followers a year later. You know, um, um, I was inspired by Yarny when she had her crafting streams, both when it comes to uh, do a live stream with crafting, but also um, when uh, um, last Tuesday, I think it was last Tuesday, that she had her stream. And uh, wait, let's see, what the hell am I doing? I have no clue. So that would be no talking and knitting at the same time. Not good. Um, Speaking of talking and knitting, when uh, Beardo um, um, and the gang started to the brow science in the beginning, um, I thought it would be it was a nice, like a podcast to listen to while knitting. Um, that was a mistake, really big mistake. Um, so um, I was trying to listen to them. They were hilarious as always, just off the rails as always. And I was knitting with, um, I think it was orange and white or something. And the pattern just got really crooked. Uh, I couldn't do, I couldn't solve it. So I needed to rip it all off. Uh, that's when I learned to. That's when I learned never listen to a podcast where you need to have focus on a pattern. you know, that's why I do the plain stitching, uh, like these covers. Um, they're just squares, 10 by 10 stitches. You don't have to um, think anything. So, um, but to Iris Whips Andrex says they can get a little rowdy. Yes, but I love it. Both when they are just mischievous and just off the rails, and when they have the rants. And Blaine is a very good addition to Brow Science. And he is a really good storyteller. I love his uh, his story about his lawn on fire. Yeah. And 2 weeks ago, he couldn't get out because of ice. Uh, uh, he is hilarious to uh, learn or to listen to. By the way, I know that um, well, I think X-Wing. I think X-Wing was about to stream tonight. Does anyone know more about it? I need to check it myself. Um, da, da, da. Oh my god, my internet is not happy. Not happy at all. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing. Uh, I am pretty convinced that they talked about um, on Bro Science that on Fridays they will have a new streams. Uh, not they, but X-Wing, at least. Um, so, um, so, da, da, da. Okay. Hopefully I can catch X-Wing later when he streams. I like his streams. They are really relaxed and playful. Um, uh, um, Iris whips on Drex. What kind of channel do you have? Is that a gaming channel or do you record episodes? Or what do you do? So, wait. Um, Arthur says, I do a podcast talking about WWE with some people you might know. Oh, you with Jerry and the gang, right? Jerry Sills, the poet. Um, but it's nice to have podcast. Um, my first initial with this channel is to make a podcast. YouTube says, yes, they are my minions. I'm the boss. That's the spirit. Oh my God. I love it. Oh God. Um, WWE is a sport that I never neither fallen for or even understand. Um, so we don't have something equal here in Sweden. Um, I know in US that is a um, um, sport is huge. Does you even call it a sport, or is it just entertainment, or is it something more than just entertainment? I know that a lot of people that are into the sport are, I can't say idolized, but more like worshipped, um, like John Cena. And I should say, no, it's real, like Santa. Yeah. Okay, fine. Uh, like Santa. Okie dokie. Um, did you see? Oh, sorry. Did you see the movie Red One with The Rock and uh, I don't know what his name called. Yeah, the guy. Uh, it, I found it hilarious. It was very entertaining. And the new take of the figure Santa. Um, actually, um, many many people believe that Santa, um, lives at North Pole or in Finland. We have a Santa land in Sweden, where I come from. Um, but the tradition with Santa actually from Germany. It's not Swedish at all. Uh, and Santa, or Saint Nicholas, as is actually is his real name, is um, is actually the good figure of the Krampus. Krampus was like described by almost like the devil, with goat horns and very malice, and was used to scare the children on Christmas, or around Christmas, so they could be good. So the the children that were good were putting on a list, and that list went to Saint Nicholas. And just being good, you get a gift. So that is the tradition of Santa. nowadays we don't have the scary part of that tradition. We just have Santa part. And the tradition of lists. Of talking about this tradition of lists, or more like a divine entity that written down your name for remembrance for the future, is not unique in its way, and actually there's a lot of examples in the Bible of it. And you even found it in the Mesopotamian mythologies, in the Indus Valley mythologies, or the really, really old mythologies that was around on this planet before even the Bible took place or were written down. So there was the thought of if you have how you've been in this life, if you've been good or bad, you'll be written down in different lists, and from those lists you get the verdict if you go to heaven or you don't. So that is follow those scare the kids. They're soft. They have an elf on the shelf when we were kids. It's like a doll came to life. It murdered everyone you knew. Yeah. We don't have elf on the shelf, but kind of version of it called Nisse. And it was you can buy small doors and stuff, and said that Nisse has moved in into the home at Christmas, and that small creature do a lot of pranks, preferably 24 pranks before Christmas, and Irish which says, "Yes, I'm Catholic. I'm aware of Old Saint Nick." Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, Nisse makes a lot of pranks, rearrange the stuff on the Christmas tree, or or eat something, or walks in flowers, or different stuff. Like, the kids love it, but it's very like hard labor for us parents to do 24 pranks. The first 10 is acceptable. The rest of them are, yeah. Nowadays we have whole home pages that are dedicated to different pranks. So you have you get a list once again over pre-ordered pranks, like Elf on the Shelf, kind of. So one prank we did with the kids was we had a guest toilet downstairs, and we filled it with balloons. So when the kids went to bed, the filling up balloons started. It took forever. It's a small space. You think it's a small space, but when you gotta fill it with balloons, it's actually a very huge place. And it took forever. And in the morning, when they needed to go to the toilet, when they opened the door, they got all these balloons on them. It was hilarious, but it was so much labor. It took us like at least 2 hours or maybe 3 hours just to fill up all the balloons, you know, and you have to do it quietly so the kids doesn't wake up also. Um, that's the hard part. But I am um, I am thankful that the kids are um, grown enough so they don't believe in Alpha the Chauffeur or this Santa and everything else. So, uh, I am going to do s- so, uh, Paula says Santa isn't coming this year, kids. He broke into the wrong home last year. Yeah, and got stuck in the chimney. Um, oh, yeah. Or if Santa comes in to the south of U.S. and they defend their homes with pit bulls and pew pews. Um, we have a tradition here. If you are Santa, uh, most neighborhoods have one dedicated Santa for the whole neighborhood. Um, if you have that kind of community. Uh, and I remember one year, it was my aunt's uh, my aunt's husband, but he wasn't my uncle. It was uh, married uncle. He was voted to become Santa, and every home he went into, he get a shot of liquor. Uh, so it was okay in the first three houses. Then he started not walking straight. And when he eventually came to the house where we celebrated Christmas, he was not sober at all. Um, but he was the kind of guy that became funny when he wasn't sober. So it was a lot of jokes. We had a good time. But he had a problem to walking on straight lines. He needed to have help from the other grown-ups to enter and re-enter the home. uh, but I still remember it so clearly. I think I was about 8 or 9 or something when that happened. But it was fun. So let's see. I am on 1:49. So I think I am going to stream like 10 more minutes. So we hit the 2-hour mark. And call it a night there. Uh, not not really going to bed a night. I will be up at least for a couple more hours. As usual, my family had gone to bed like an hour ago because they have more self-discipline than what I have. On the other hand, they are up hours before I come up in the mornings, especially when it comes to Saturdays and Sundays. Um, uh, yeah, have a nice dinner. Irish whips on drags. Um, have a nice dinner. Um, so um, I think this has been a very productive stream. Um, um, I usually am not this productive when it comes to my streams, but tonight I have made an exception. You know, there are always an exception to every rule. Um, so, uh, uh, sometimes I have problem to count to two or three, and that comes up. That is my cue for bed. Uh, and hopefully for my next stream, uh, I hope I have one sock um, ready for done. Um, uh, there is something that calls one sock syndrome. It's not a syndrome, it's torch. But you know, you struggle with the pattern and everything, and you make one sock, and then you realize you need to have one more. Uh, that can be devastating for some people. Um, sometimes for me too. It has been a really complicated pattern, or yeah, if something can be messed up, it can mess up really bad sometimes. Uh, so the um, uh, when we're talking, I think I've gotten a little bit tired in my head. Like I said, English is not my first language, so I am learning more and more English for every day that goes. But well, I haven't used English that much lately, so that that is an issue. But the more I use it, the more the word comes naturally, of course. So I'm in a roast there. Okay. Uh, but let's see here. So, my plan for the weekend is not much. Tomorrow, Saturday, I'm just going to take it easy. I'm going to do some writing because on Sunday I celebrate the sermon with my old church and have been asked to lead the congregation in different in different parts of the sermons. I am going to read a text on Sunday from Psalms 30, and I am helping with the prayer, or the prayer part after the communion. So, some of my day tomorrow, I need to write something good down, but it doesn't take that long. I know that this I know what I'm doing and have done it before, and I do it mostly by heart. So it's 1:57. I think I get actually a comment here. It's been nice to have all of you in my chat. Yeah, Father Dave, have a good one. Maybe I drop by in your chat, or in the different streams everywhere. I thank you so much for listening to me, and be a nice part of my evening. So with that, I say goodbye. Remember, if you don't know what to do, at least be kind. Love and light to all of you, and with that, I hope I see you next time when I stream. Bye!